Gold is seeing some profit taking after rallying to a 5-month high earlier this Friday. So is the bid for gold short-lived? Gary Wagner of the Gold Forecast is with us now. Gary, welcome back to the show.
Thanks so very much. Pleasure to be here.
Now let's take a closer look at this gold market, Gary. It was up about 1% on the day. It has come down a bit since. We're trading around $12.62 an ounce right now. The question is, we had spoken about $1,300 gold. Is it still in the cards here?
Well, it's quite possible. The volatility that we have seen over the last, say, 18 hours has been extreme. It's almost been like a hard day's night. We had two reactions. First to the jobs report, which sent it up, first with the military action, and then with the jobs report. So we had that 1-2 punch driving it up. However, it sold off pretty quick. The key is whether or not the market has the ability to close above 60, 65. And at this point, the probability of that is getting more and more remote.
And on the topic of those jobs numbers, Gary, were you surprised? Because, Wednesday's numbers had come in so robust that everyone was expecting these numbers to be strong as well.
It was interesting. Absolutely, I was surprised. But what I found most fascinating is about an hour before the jobs report came out, about 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, reports started surfacing about economists that were revising their estimates and downgrading it and saying that because of the weather and the lack of construction jobs, we might see some really low numbers. And so there was some forewarned talk about it, but I think it did take a lot of people by surprise.
All right, Gary. So tracking gold and preparing us for next week, are you of the opinion then that these, flight to safety bids for gold tend to be short-lived?
Well, they tend to be short-lived if the events that are prompting them are short-lived. We have a scenario now where President Trump has done an about-face and where he made statements even a week ago that America is not going to police the world. We certainly did that yesterday. And so that brings into question, is this the beginning of a greater conflict, or was it a one and done, so to speak? And because of that, there is a possibility that this rally could be sustained.
But Gary, with everything happening, Syria, Russia, Trump meeting with China, the jobs miss, is there not enough tension in the world and uncertainty to create a really strong floor for gold?
Absolutely. And I think we have been seeing that, because if we step back and look at the big picture, since the market started trading lower from 1900 and then actually formed a base at 1040 last year, it made a higher high and then it made a higher low. That was last year. This year we've had a higher low. We're just waiting to see if we can get that higher high. And any technician will tell you that's a market that's in an uptrend.
All right, Gary, good thoughts. Thanks for joining us this Friday.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And thanks for watching this edition of Kitco's Gold Report. We'll be back on Monday.